Hello parents, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Vishnu Tejasvi, child nutrition educator. I talk about child nutrition for the babies between 6 months to 36 months in this channel. And today's topic is how to balance breast milk or formula milk with solids. So this is a very biggest challenge during solid starts for every mom, that how much food that they have to offer for their baby, at what time they have to offer, how to balance milk and solids. So how much gap we should give between solids and then milk. I would say that it's kind of a very difficult situation for every parent, because it's almost exciting, and also they'll be so tensed to start up with these things. So in this video, we're going to delve into this topic of how to balance this breast milk or formula milk with solids. So for the parents between 6 months to 8 months babies, this video will be very helpful, and don't skip till end. So for the first 6 months, breast milk or formula milk is a primary meal for a baby. So they get almost all the development and then growth from the milk itself. And no animal milk should be provided. Only formula milk or breast milk is very important. So after 6 months, so you can start with solids, and solids are just an introduction for them. It's not a main meal. Again, after starting solids, so baby should be mainly on breast milk or formula milk only, and then they should be introduced a little bit or a little quantity of solids. That's it. And the breast milk or formula milk should be on demand feeding according to the cues of baby's hunger. So if you ask me how much milk that they have to be given till 1 year after solid starts, so it can be like 20 to 25 ounces approximately. So now the question is how to start solids after 6 months, in which way that we have to start solids. So after completing 6 months, you can start with solids, and these solids are not a replacement of breast milk or formula milk. These are just a complement of breast milk or formula milk for any baby, which means that you have to start with single ingredient per day, and in only one meal that you have to offer solids. Yes, you heard it right. So after 6 months, I mean when you're starting solids. Some babies can start from 7 months, some babies can start from 8th month also. So those who are starting solids, for the first 1 month, you have to offer only one meal for a baby. That can be with a single ingredient or 2 ingredients. Check for allergies. So how to increase the solids? So month by month that you have to increase one more meal, which means after completing 6 months, when you are starting solids, only one meal should be provided or offered. Then after completing 7 months, only 2 meals, that can be probably breakfast or lunch. You can name it as meal 1 or meal 2. Then after completing 8th month, then you have to give breakfast, lunch, and then evening snack. So you should not offer dinner. That's too early to digest. So after completing 9 months only, you have to start with dinner. So how to maintain breast milk or formula milk during solid starts? See, baby's primary food is only breast milk or formula milk. So they should be first satisfied first. Their tummy should be happy. So what makes it happy? So only breast milk or formula milk will make it happy. After offering milk, then only baby can be able to at least taste a new variety of food that can be any solid. So I'll tell you a scenario that after having multiple conversations with different moms, that I got to know that, their babies are not interested to have solids. So which means, there will be a situation where you try to feed food, giving a gap of at least 2 to 3 hours between milk and then first meal, and then but baby will reject it completely, but that baby is hungry. This is a case where that baby is so much hungry, and then baby is not willing to accept solids because baby wants only breast milk or formula milk. So what you have to do first you have to offer solid breast milk or formula milk for your baby. Let them satisfy. Then after 30 minutes, like within 30 minutes, after 20 to 30 minutes, you can start offering solids. So now the question is, how much amount of solids that you have to offer for your baby? So just to start with, few spoons, that can be like 4 to 5 spoons. So that can be a maximum, of course. So if your baby is willing to have just 1 spoon also, it's completely fine. And the main thing that you have to understand here is the 3-day rule. It's already an old rule that you don't have to follow that, which means that you can offer every day new variety of food. So every day pick up one food. It can be either fruit or cereal or any vegetable or grain. So, or any leafy vegetable. Then just to pick one and then steam it or puree it, or in a form of a finger food also that you can offer. Check for allergies. So what exactly the allergies are means, like when baby had food, then within an hour or within just a few hours, you will see some rashes beside the mouth. So some babies might go through this vomiting, diarrhea, and then crankiness, stomach upset. Baby will cry a lot, and then also some babies get this rashes on whole body, and also that can lead to fever. So always that you have to monitor the milk intake, that I would say, which means that some babies will really like the solids, and then they can have a full bowl of meal, or else when you offer 2 to 3 meals also in a day, that they will accept. But here in this case, their milk intake will reduce a lot. In such cases that baby's growth will not be that proper. So what you have to do, always balance the milk with solids. So as we discussed, 20 to 25 ounces of milk at least per day should be offered for a baby. And then the solids can be, like as we discussed, it can be one meal in the first month, and then going forward you can increase one more meal. The major important thing here is you have to gradually increase the solid intake. So you should not suddenly increase a cup of food or a bowl of food all of a sudden. And then, if baby is satisfied with the food, don't again go and fill the bowl and then come back and then offer for your baby. This is a mistake. Though they can have, their stomach is not ready to accept or digest this kind of a new food all of a sudden. And then that might lead to indigestion or any other health issues. Be flexible and then responsive. So when I say it's a first meal, so it can be any time between morning 10 a.m. to afternoon 2 p.m. So some babies can have their food so happily and easily, but some babies might feel or might take in a different way, and they feel so difficult to have the solids. Every baby is different. Observe your baby's hunger cues and then start offering the solids. So offer water with solids. So this is also a main step. You can start offering water for your baby. Till 6th month complete, when the babies, those who are in either formula milk or breast milk, they will not have water, because formula milk or breast milk will have almost 95% of water content in it. So they might not need water. After starting solids, you can start introducing water also. So how much ml of water? It can be like a few sips. Also, because they will be more on breast milk or formula milk, they might not need more water in a day. Just a few sips of water is enough. Include iron-rich foods in your baby's diet. So this is a major step. This helps in improving the brain development and the overall body growth development. They nourishes a lot. So the list of iron-rich foods also that I have mentioned in the below description, please have a look at it. So now gradually you have to improve the texture or the consistency of the food as well. For example, almost all the babies will start with pureed foods only, or mashed foods or blended foods. So going forward, month by month, you have to slowly start mashing the food, not blending or pureeing the food, so that they can start developing, or their chewing capability will increase. The major part here is what kind of fruits and vegetables that they can start with. I would simply say that offer different varieties of fruits and vegetables in your baby's diet. Because that helps a lot for them to get introduced to different kinds of, vitamins, minerals, and nutrients from all the foods, which helps for their growth development. So the common mistake what parents does is they start introducing ragi and then they continue ragi for months, or else homemade sattu or Cerelac, or store-bought Cerelac, which is very, very dangerous, which contains lots of sugar content in it. So when you're starting any kind of solids for your babies, offer different kinds of fruits or vegetables or any cereals or grains. Don't stick to a single ingredient or a single food item. So now you can start with encouraging self-feeding. So what is self-feeding means? Or else baby-led weaning. So baby will be able to pick the food and then put it in their mouth and then try to chew. Okay, so what happens? Their fine motor skills also will increase, and then they will be able to hold, and then they'll be able to pick the food and then put it in their mouth, which helps their chewing capability. Babies easily get distracted with a color or noise or any object moving fastly also, or something like watching TV, mobile. So when you're offering food, with the distractions, then there won't be any kind of a connection between food and for your baby. And also this might create a negative association between food and your baby. So always don't distract your baby. Keep the environment so calm. Take them to a separate room and then offer foods. So by incorporating these points in your baby's diet during solid starts, you can easily balance the breast milk or formula milk with solids, and then you will see a good development in your baby.